guys, and welcome back to Belle's Books. Today I'm just going to do a really simple video where I'm just going to show you how I bullet journal and what I do to make my planning most effective. So I'll start by talking about the notebook that I use. For my bullet journal I just use a moleskin notebook. I think this is the A5 size, and this is from the Secure collection. And all the notebooks in that collection are just pink and really floral and beautiful. I have actually nearly used this one up, so we're going to flip right through to the end. And today I'm just going to show you how I do a weekly spread in my bullet journal. So my bullet journaling process kind of revolves around two key concepts. So the first thing that I always do is I create weekly goals, and then I also create space for like a daily timetable so that I can accomplish those weekly goals and schedule in all the appointments and work that I have to do. So what I like to do is I like to split my pages into about 8 sections. So I'll just take a piece of card or something and I will draw. And you can see that kind of splits the bullet journal into about 8 different sections, and the 2 at the bottom are a little bit bigger. And then what I'll go through and do is just put all of the dates into my journal. So this was just for the first week of September, and the year of course is 2020. And the pen I use is always an erasable pen, which I really like for bullet journaling because it means that I can make mistakes and change things without kind of having to worry. Then you'll notice that I have this kind of bigger box down here, which I usually split into 2. And in this box I will write my weekly goals. And then after the week is over and I'm getting ready to write my next bullet journal spread, I'll do a little review. So if I didn't accomplish any of my weekly goals, I'll kind of write that down and explain why there. I'll reflect on how I felt, if I'm burning out, if I'm feeling good, if I'm feeling productive, or if I'm just kind of feeling a bit crappy, then I'll write that all down there. This week I wanted to read a book. I wanted to read 3 essays a day, making 21 total. I wanted to go for 2 runs. I wanted to send my dis to my supervisor, and then I wanted to do a PhD brainstorm. So as you can see, my goals for this week are all very academic. There's no really personal goals there, and that's partly because I'm just at home and I don't have a lot going on personally right now, and partly just because my life's a bit quiet right now. This has just happened to be a week that was very academic focused. I did kind of schedule in the fact that I wanted to do 2 runs though, because I find if I don't tell myself at the beginning of the week that I'm gonna do physical exercise, then I just never really get around to it. So then what I did was I would go through and I would kind of split my days into morning and afternoon, and I'd decide what I'd have to do. So for example, let's take the Monday for example. We've got AM, we've got PM. So on the Monday I might want to 9 AM read essay, 10 AM read essay, and I know that on average an essay takes me about an hour to read, which is why I'm able to just kind of schedule that in. Then 11 AM work on dis, and then that kind of brings me up to 12 or 1, and then I've said here that I want to start working again at 1:30 PM, and then I'll keep working on dis until about 3 PM, where I'll read an essay, and that's kind of everything I have to schedule in for that day. So I'm just going to go through and do a different day, which might look slightly different. Let's do the Friday. And so on this day, I actually, in the morning, I went out to book sale. I couldn't do any work that day, which means that at 1 PM, I would need to read an essay, and then 2 PM, read essay, but I don't really feel like doing a lot of work that day because it is a Friday and I'll see my dad, and I kind of just want a bit of a downtime day. So let me think about that. If I only have time to read 2 essays that day, that means I have to kind of schedule in my extra essays somewhere else. So I might decide to have a super productive Thursday morning where I read an essay at 9 a.m, 10 a.m, 11 a.m, and 12 p.m. So that's 4 essays. And then I kind of still am meeting that goal of reading 3 essays a day, but I only have to read 2 this day and I'm reading 4 that day. And then in the afternoon I might go for a run, and it's not really important what time I want to kind of do that, so I just put that in anyways. And then I know that I want to do my PhD brainstorm on Sunday, and I know that in the afternoon on Sundays I usually get kind of busy, so I'll schedule that in for 10 a.m. because I want a bit of a lie-in. So we'll do the brainstorm, and then I'll also say that I'll go for my second run that day, and then of course I will fill out the rest of my days. If I have a deadline, so for example I wanted to send my dissertation to my supervisor this week, so if I have a deadline I'll write that in at the top, and then I'll split my day into AM and PM, and the AM might be mostly work on dis, and then the PM might be read 3 essays. I know that I still have to read 3 essays a day, so I will do that on Tuesday morning. And I kind of want to have my Sunday off, so we'll say that on Saturday I'll read 4 essays, and then we'll rearrange this a little bit and add in here 9 a.m. read essay, 10 a.m. brainstorm, and then PM all I need to do is read 1 essay. And then throughout the week I also want to be reading this book, and then once the week is over I will kind of review each item, and if I did it, gets a tick, that was easy, and maybe I want to accomplish something like that next week. If I didn't manage to do this, I might say reduce goal, and then when I make my next bullet journal spread, I kind of look through this and I apply it to my next bullet journal week. So it helps me make more informed decisions about timetabling and arranging my time, just really making sure that I'm making the most of my days and hours, and I'm being really effective with my studying. So I hope this video has helped you, and I hope it explained a little bit about how I bullet journal and how you might want to bullet journal too. And I hope maybe it's given you a little bit of insight into the life of a master's student who is trying desperately to get ready for the beginning of term. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed talking about this actually, so let me know if you'd like to see more content like this.